On a rainy Monday morning, underneath the hulking 495 bridge, workers are already cutting the steel. Above their heads, you can see the rusting metal, the missing rivets, and the road deck so decayed weeds are sprouting out.
These piers had not yet been sandblasted.
The New Jersey DOT took the I-team into the construction zone. We asked spokesman Steve Shapiro to explain why it's going to take so long, 2.5 years, to repair this 9-span viaduct.
The estimate of 2.5 years. Is that just managing people's expectations, and maybe this gets done much earlier?
No, we think it's going to take 2.5 years.
Reasons for the lengthy rehab are many. For one, noise restrictions only allow the contractor to operate part of the day. The need to keep 6 of the 8 lanes open for traffic also throttles the pace of work. On top of that, measuring, cutting, and replacing hundreds of plates of steel can be like working on a giant jigsaw puzzle.
Every one of these rivets, they've got to be inspected, is that right?
I think so, yeah. There's a lot to look at structurally, and we have to identify what needs to be done. Does it need full replacement? Is it something that can be repaired?
Making this jigsaw puzzle of steel plates more complex, the original plans for the 495 viaduct were once kept in the World Trade Center. When terrorists attacked in 2001, those plans were lost. That means part of this rehab is reverse engineering, creating a catalog of individual parts.
And it's not just the metal that makes up the deck of the bridge that has to be worked on. In some cases, the bases of these giant pillars have to be repaired or replaced.
That can be a tedious process because where the bridge meets the ground, there are often bearings like this one, basically plates resting on circular rockers that allow the bridge to sway just a little as heavy traffic rumbles above. To replace one of these, construction crews have to lift the bridge up off the ground.
What we're going to do is jack up the bridge just about 1/4 inch or less. Just jack the bridge a little bit, pull the old bearings out, and put new modern bearings at all the locations.
The contractor handling this $90+ million project is Trenton-based IEW Construction. IEW says an average of 60 to 100 construction workers will be on site every day of this 2.5-year project. At a news conference with Transportation Commissioner Diane Gutierrez-Cassetti, the I-team asked what happens if IEW misses the deadline.
Are there any consequences if the contractor doesn't meet the deadline?
Very significant consequences, and there are also very significant consequences if he doesn't pick up construction by 5 a.m.
How much could the contractor be fined for finishing late? We asked the commissioner. She said she'd have to look at the contract for that information. So we asked for the contract with IEW, but we didn't get it by our deadline. IEW declined to comment for this report, saying their contract forbids communication with the media. Chris Glorioso, News 4, New York.